I'm the Spirit Keeper, and I give you a reason for every season. And Spirit Halloween has just revealed 2 of their brand new animatronics. Now, I first do want to apologize for this video coming out later than these props did actually debut, as I was attending this year's East Coast Haunters convention. So that is the reason that this video is so delayed. And once again, I do apologize about that. But now that I am back and Spirit Halloween is finally back in the loop, obviously on Friday we did end up getting their sort of halfway to Halloween teaser, revealing pretty much their entire lineup except for a few because we only got around 18 props revealed in that specific teaser. So I'm sure that we will end up getting more later in the season. But without any further delay, let's go ahead and kick today's video off with the all-new Creepy Crawler animatronic. Now, this was one that was revealed in a teaser we did end up getting on Friday, and I will say that this thing was actually supposed to release last year, and this indeed was the prop that we did end up seeing in the teaser that we all were speculated to be a brand new animatronic. And well, last year that didn't quite happen, but this year I can say that the Creepy Crawler is finally debuting. And I feel like this guy did end up getting some sort of modification because last year we did see him actually fully staying it, and now he is just a really short, creepy sort of crawling animatronic as it's in the name. But I feel like last year he was meant to be some sort of static prop or even an actual animatronic, which I feel like would have been much cooler. However, this year we did end up getting him crawling. This prop is a reskin of the Spirit Halloween 2018 Crawl and Dead animatronic, and that prop did also include the remote controlled option, just like the brand new Creepy Crawler animatronic does. Now, you can actually control this guy going up to 40 feet out of the sort of radius, and I feel like this is so cool. Obviously, we did end up seeing this back in 2018 on the Crawl and Dead, but I feel like for this prop as well, I feel like this is just such a cool addition, especially with you actually being able to control where he does crawl. So if you're kind of in a haunt and you want him to crawl up to people, you can actually pull that off, which I think is so cool that Spirit is actually putting that feature on a prop, and I wish we would just see it on even more animatronics because it is just such an awesome feature, and it really gives you the customizability to really have this thing go wherever you want in that 40-foot radius. The Creepy Crawler is also being manufactured by YJ Toys and Crafts, which is the same manufacturer that was used on the Crawl and Dead animatronic. So it makes more than enough sense that why this guy does end up including the same remote controlled option. I will say that he is being priced at $139.99, so about 140 bucks, which I think is definitely a pretty fair price, especially considering that this prop is really detailed, which is something I also want to get into in just a second. But I feel like for the $140 price tag, it's definitely not a bad pickup. But I love this guy's face sculpt. He looks like something professional in the face, especially. The rest of the body I can't really say the same for, but I feel like the face looks really nice. It looks like a really high quality latex material, but we will have to get further notice on that once we do actually get the first unboxing of this animatronic. But I just love the sculpt of his face. I feel like the smile looks really great, and then also all the gore that's actually on his neck and even on his forehead, I feel like it looks really good. And honestly, since this guy does include some type of gore and he is a halfway to Halloween release, he will be an online only for the season, which is kind of sad to see because I feel like he would have fit into the theme so much, which this year's theme is a camp, which I didn't mention in my teaser analysis video because at the time of filming that, we didn't quite get the full teaser revealed just yet where it did actually say that the ISC was going to be a camp, but I feel like that this guy would have fit in so perfectly, and I'm kind of sad to see that he's not going to be in this year's ISC. But before moving on, I do want to mention a couple other things with this year's ISC name being called Camp Harbor Lake, which fits so well, and I'm so excited to see the actual ISC in person when it does come to the summertime. But another detail I really like about this prop is the actual tire marks on his back. Now, I feel like that this is a detail that could have been such an easy overlook, but I feel like it is just so cool that Spirit did end up including this on the prop because you can just see that he pretty much got ran over by a car, and I feel like that it just adds so much detail and adds to the backstory of this prop. Moving on, we have the all-new Xenomorph animatronic coming from the movie Alien. Now, this one was also one that we did get teased in the teaser that we did end up getting on Friday. And this was one that I did have my eyes on, and I was really excited to see how this piece did turn out. And I can say that this piece is definitely going to be one of the greatest animatronics that Spirit has probably ever made in the past decade. And I mean, this prop is probably going to be one of the best sellers for this year just because of the amount of detail that actually went into this prop. Now, I do want to first mention that he is being retailed for $449.99, so $450, which when you do take into account all the detail that does go on with this actual prop, it's pretty much considered a professional piece at this point, or at least the way that I'm viewing it. However, I do also want to mention that the oversized shipping on this guy is $100. Now, typically, oversized shipping is $30 to $50 on your regular price pointed animatronic, but this one being $100 is just absolutely absurd, with the total coming somewhere around $550, some even more if you do want to get even faster shipping. But I feel like that this is just such a crazy shipping fee, but we will have to wait to see the box. We do actually have a couple box photos, which I will get into, but I mean, judging off of those, this box doesn't seem to be too huge, so we'll really just have to wait and see it in person. But moving on to the actual prop, this thing looks absolutely phenomenal. This is probably one of the best licensed pieces we have ever gotten from Spirit. This is just one of the most movie accurate props we have ever seen in retail history. I mean, this thing looks like it was taken straight out of the Alien movie. My favorite part about it is probably his actual head. I really like all the shininess on it and all the glossiness on it. But I feel like, once again, they just pulled the Xenomorph straight out of the Alien movie, which is definitely one of the main reasons why this piece is so cool. However, I do have one con with this guy, with that being his audio. Now, his audio is really silent, which, I mean, it's not the biggest issue. However, when he keeps going off and everything, you just really don't hear anything besides when he does actually spit his tongue out, which I feel like is definitely not a good thing, because, I mean, you want audio for a prop that's being retailed for $450. So, I mean, that is kind of annoying. It's just really subtle. There is some sort of chain clanking going on, but once again, it's just so silent that when it's actually going to be put in a haunt, you really just won't be able to hear it whatsoever. And I do also want to mention that he does have some side-to-side movement. Before wrapping up this video, I do want to talk about the return in animatronics that we are getting for 2026 that have also been revealed just a couple of days ago, with those being Backbend Bonnie from last year, the return in Electrified Corpse, which also was re-released last year, the Santa Art the Clown, which I'm not exactly sure why that one is returning because it was a terrible seller last year, and then the original Art the Clown variant itself. So those are all going to be returning for 2026, so you can find them on the website right now. Well, there you have it, the brand new Spirit Halloween 2026 Xenomorph and Creepy Crawler animatronic. Now, I do once again want to apologize for this video coming out a bit later than expected, but I do just want to say one last time that I think that these props revealed for Halfway to Halloween so far were absolutely amazing picks, and I can't wait to see what Spirit does have in store for the rest of the season. But make sure to leave your thoughts on these down in the comments below, and anyway, make sure to remember that I'm the Spirit Keeper and I give you a reason for every season. Bye.